Look, you finally get a raise. Not huge, but enough to breathe a little. So what do? You upgrade your car. Maybe finance a nicer phone. You tell yourself, I deserve this. And suddenly, you've got more money coming in, but somehow, less money left at the end of the month. Meanwhile, someone else making the same salary is quietly building wealth, buying assets, and somehow, getting ahead. Same income, completely different outcomes. And the difference? It's not how much they earn. It's how they use debt. My name is Dean, and I spend way too much time thinking about how people either build wealth or accidentally destroy it. If you're someone who feels like you're working hard but still stuck financially, or you've ever wondered why some people seem to use debt to get rich while others drown in it, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing. Most people grow up hearing one simple rule. Debt is bad. Avoid it. Fear it. Stay away from it. And look, I get it. For a lot of people, debt is bad. But that rule? It's incomplete. Because here's what most people don't realize. Debt is not the problem. The type of debt and how you use it is the problem. In fact, some of the wealthiest people in the world actively use debt on purpose. Not because they have to, because it helps them grow faster. So today, we're going to break this down in the simplest way possible. What is good debt? What is bad debt? Why most people confuse the two? And how you can start using debt as a tool instead of a trap. Let's start with the one that's hurting most people. Bad debt. Bad debt is anything you borrow money for that goes down in value and doesn't make you money. Simple. Let me give you an example. You finance a car for $30,000. You put down maybe $3,000. You take a loan for $27,000 at, say, 7% interest over 5 years. Your monthly payment? Roughly $535. Over 5 years, you end up paying about $32,100 total. Now here's the problem. That car? The moment you drive it off the lot, it drops in value. After 5 years, it might be worth $12,000. So let's do the math. You paid $32,100. It's now worth $12,000. You lost over $20,000. And here's the kicker. You were paying interest the entire time to lose money. That's bad debt. Now, why do people do this? It's not because they are bad with money. It's psychology. We're wired for immediate reward. That new car feels amazing today. That upgraded lifestyle feels like success. But the cost? That shows up slowly, quietly, over time. And that's dangerous. Because your brain doesn't naturally connect long-term pain with short-term pleasure. Let's go through a few more. Credit card debt from shopping or lifestyle spending. Financing gadgets like phones, TVs, luxury items. Personal loans for vacations. Look, I'm not saying you can't enjoy your life. But when you borrow money for things that don't grow, you're basically paying extra for something that's shrinking. That's like pouring water into a leaking bucket. Now, let's flip this. Good debt. Good debt is money you borrow that has the potential to make you more money. It either increases your income, increases your net worth, or helps you acquire something that grows in value. Let's take real estate. You buy a rental property for $200,000. You put down $40,000 and borrow $160,000. Your monthly mortgage? Let's say $900. But the rent? $1,200. So every month, after expenses, you're making around $300. Now look at what's happening here. You borrowed money, and that debt is paying you. Not only that, the property itself may appreciate over time. So you've got cash flow, appreciation, and someone else paying down your loan. That's good debt. Here's what most people don't realize. The wealthy don't avoid debt. They avoid bad debt. They actually seek out good debt. Because good debt allows you to control larger assets with less of your own money. It's leverage. And leverage is powerful. Think of it like this. Bad debt is like eating junk food. It tastes good in the moment, but slowly damages your health. Good debt? That's like going to the gym. It's uncomfortable at first, requires discipline, but over time, it builds strength. Okay, so what about student loans? Are those good or bad? And the honest answer is, it depends. If you take on $50,000 in student debt, and it leads to a career where you earn significantly more over your lifetime, that can be good debt. But if you take on that same $50,000 and end up in a job that doesn't increase your income much, that becomes bad debt. The difference is the return on investment. Let's talk real numbers for a second. According to multiple financial studies, the average credit card interest rate is around 20%. That means if you carry a $5,000 balance, you could be paying $1,000 a year in interest alone, and you're not building anything. Compare that to investing. Historically, the stock market has returned around 7 to 10% annually over the long term. So imagine this. You're losing 20% on debt, while missing out on 7 to 10% gains. That gap? That's what keeps people stuck. This is where it gets really interesting. The difference between good debt and bad debt isn't always obvious at first. Because sometimes, bad debt feels like a good idea. 0% financing. Low monthly payments. Buy now, pay later. Look, those offers are designed to make spending feel painless. But they don't remove the cost. They just delay it. Alright, let's get practical. What should you actually do? Step 1. Eliminate high-interest bad debt first. Start with credit cards. That 20% interest? That's an emergency. Pay it off aggressively, because that's guaranteed loss. Step 2. Stop financing depreciating assets. If it loses value quickly, cars, gadgets, luxury items, try to avoid debt for those. If you can't pay cash, you probably can't afford it. Step 3. Build before you borrow. Focus on increasing your income and savings first. Debt should be a tool you use after you have control, not before. Step 4. Use debt strategically. Once you're stable, look for opportunities where debt can help you grow. Investing in skills that increase income. Starting a business carefully. Acquiring assets like property. But always run the numbers. Now, you might be thinking, isn't all debt risky? Yes, it is. Even good debt carries risk. That's why discipline matters. Because good debt only works if the underlying investment works. At the end of the day, debt is just a tool. Like a knife. Used properly, it can help you build. Used poorly, it can hurt you. And most people, they were never taught how to use it. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Stop asking, is debt good or bad? Start asking, is this debt helping me move forward or holding me back? Because that one question, it can completely change your financial future. If this video helped you see money differently, even just a little, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What's one type of debt you're rethinking after watching this? And remember, wealth isn't built by avoiding every risk. It's built by understanding which risks are actually worth taking. I'll see you in the next one.